morning. Outdoors with Samuel. All right, guys. Last night was a very exciting night, and I'm walking out here to my field because I had a wide 7-point come out. He's been out here a whole lot. I'm not going to take him. He's just too young, and we have an 8-point. In my last video, I showed you this 8-point that came around, and I haven't seen him before. I haven't even looked at my pictures to see if he's from last year, see if I can recognize him. So anyway, though, but he's a tall 8-point, beautiful. So he came out too in hardhorns. This is my first time seeing him in hardhorns. So what we're doing right now is the 7-point came out right over here, and he's been coming out here in the evening, and he's been walking down through here, and he goes and eats through here. So we're gonna go ahead and check his footprints. Now, it's been raining last night, and it's just got done raining right now, and this is how I prepare for my hunting season too. Is I'm retired, so I sit up on top of my porch there and look over my bean field, and pretty much all year round I see neighbors, deer, you know, every deer around this area will eventually come through here, and I'll catch them on my camera, or I'll catch them on live hoof. So the 7-point came right over here. So I'm walking through this bean field with shorts on, and it doesn't matter. I'm wet. And we're going to try to get his track and measure his track. Now, long time ago, here it is right here. Oh, I think that's him. Yeah, that's the dew claw back there. That's him. We're going to. The mosquitoes are out. It's a little warmer day today than it was past couple days here. So now I know, you know, experienced hunters, but this is for the young folks that haven't been out hunting, and how you can really tell how old they are is measuring their hoof from the tip to the dew claw. So a 3.5 is roughly around 4.5 inches. Okay, 3.5, a 4.5-year-old buck is around 5 inches. And then you get to the 5 and the 6s and all that, that's on up. So 5.5 to 6.5 is a mature, older buck. So we're gonna look how big he is right now. So, and mosquitoes are out. Jesus. All right, here goes the tip to the dew claw. He's almost 5, and he's almost 5 inches, but he's not. So he is probably, so that's a 3-year-old buck, 3.5-year-old buck. He's about 4.5 years old, which I knew he wasn't that old by seeing his body and everything. So yeah, he was in here, and there was a doe and a fawn in here, and he grunted at him. He ran, you know, he was eating, then I don't know, they got too close to him. So he ended up going berserk on him, like, you know, just grunting at him, and took off running after him and stuff. So, but boy, the mosquitoes are out. Jeez. All right, so we're gonna walk over here where I got that other buck, the 8-point, tall 8-point, I'm gonna call him. He is over this way, down here, and we're gonna get to his track. marked them, landmarked them over here, right there. Well, I saw this orange turning leaves here, right there. So he came out, and he went back in, and then he came back out for the last time of the night. So he came out over this way. So this is the only track I can find. I mean, I found tracks over on the edge of the bean field here. But he stepped back. He was browsing, so he stepped back in his own track. So I couldn't find a good clean one. I had to go out and walk and follow him, because at the end of the night, I'm on my porch over here. At the end of the night, he came right about around this crest of this hill here, and he was right in this area. So here's his track right here. So we're gonna measure his track, and I already measured it, but he's a grown one. We're gonna take this in here, or we could take this one, and he's a little bit over 5 inches. Okay, so he's mature. Okay, he's definitely past three and a half. I'm thinking he's about 4. He could be 3.5, because he's not 5.5 inches or 6 inches. He could be. I'm thinking he could be 3. And I got on my camera, but the camera's just not doing too much justice. The exposure on it a little bit. He's got a big belly. His back does sway a little bit, and his neck to his wrist to his chest area. That's what I look for, is his chest. See how big his chest is, and he's bigger than a 1.5-year chest of a buck. So, or a 2.5-year-old buck. So by just looking at that track and seeing, I couldn't. By looking at the track, I'll finish it. By looking at the track, yeah, I think he's 3.5-year-old buck, and he's got potential. And if he's got a beautiful rack, tall, thick, he'll score. You know, I'm trying to get. My goal is to try to get a Pope and Young, and I think he'll get that 120 inch. So, and around here in this area, I got neighbors, so they will shoot anything that looks great like that. So I can't just, be selected and let him grow, pass him up. I pass all the young ones up, the 1.5, 2 years old. If it's a good 3 and he's got good size on him, horn wise, I'm gonna take him. So I would love to let him go for another 2 more years and see how he is. I bet he's gonna be a great one, but around here, like I said, they take him out. So I'm gonna end up probably taking him if I get a chance on him. So, and there's my golf balls. Yes, I do hit balls. I don't hit them no more on my back, but I used to hit them out here in the field. So, walk up to my food plot. So, but anyway, though, I try to take care of it, but I mowed it mainly, and I sprayed early in the season, but I just didn't have the money for the herbicide. It's very expensive, so I didn't have no money. So this is the food plot. It has weeds in it, but you can see all this clover in here and chicory, and here's the chicory right here. It's chicory right here, and it has alfalfa. And here's alfalfa right here. So you talk about poor man's food plot. I have a poor man's food plot. I just couldn't take care of it. All I had to do, all I was doing was mowing it. And it did take care of the weeds. It calmed them down. You know, they wasn't so tall, because last year they were like chest high with me. And I didn't mow it that much last year. Didn't have herbicide last year either. So it's hard to take care of a food plot if you don't have the money. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. But it's there. I mean, tons of deer every night are out here. I'm not saying ton, I'm just saying deer always are out here eating. So they laying out here. I found a couple beds last week. It's laying right over here on the slope. You know, but you can look at it. It's got its infested weeds in here. Definitely ain't grass. But they love it. And this is whitetail institutional. This is the alpha rack. I believe it's like I said, it has the clover, chicory, and alfalfa. And I love it. I'm gonna stick with that. So maybe next year I'll have enough money to do something with it. If not, I'll just have to continue to keep mowing. Because this is 2 acres, so well, it's under 2 acres. No, excuse me. It's just under, not that much. It's 3/4 acres. Acre and 3/4, maybe. Anyway, though, this is the food plot. Like I said, I wanted to get out this morning. You know, I'm sleeping like it's Christmas. I couldn't wait to get up in the morning to look at this track to see how old that deer is, really. Like I said last night, I just could not get a good eye on it. It was dark, you know, it's getting dim. I couldn't get a, well, I heard something jumping. I couldn't get a good read on him, so. But you could tell a whole lot from my track. That's how I was raised. I mean, my dad, he showed me the difference between a buck and a doe when I was young. So now he didn't tell me about the inches, and you could tell how old he is. I got that from a book. What book was that? I can't remember that book. That book and show it to you guys. I'm gonna head in. It's a good book, but well, I'll say peace. Okay. Peace. Have a great day. Guys. Alright, here's the book. I'm sorry. I said deer and deer. It's not. It's Field and Stream. And this is a very informational book. I mean, this is a book that it'll help you out. I'm telling you, it'll help you out. So, and especially if you're a beginner. So that's the book. There's my lounge. This is what I was telling you about in my last video. Now the man cave is called the lounge. And I'm totally wrong on the information that I gave to you. And I have dyslexia, so it's very hard for me. It's just hard for me. If anybody has dyslexia, you know what I'm talking about. So, all right. So let's go to the page here. You see, you can look at it. It tells you the droppings of the deer, what he ate, and everything. When you're looking for, when you go out and scout and look, I mean, it's a great book. It tells you about rubs. Okay, so here it is, right there. And I'll read it. And I'm totally wrong, but I'm gonna read it to you, what I told you guys, so you guys will get it. The track that measures more than 5.5 inches long with the dew claw, or 3 inches without, and it is at least 3 inches wide, likely belongs to a good buck. There. You see a track that's more than 5 inches, 5.5 inches, then that's a good buck. So, but it's a good buck. So, all right.